Hello and welcome to my channel. I am in Peru here with Jeffrey.
Hello.
And we are waiting at the Peru rail to get to Machu Picchu. We just went on an hour-and-a-half bus ride from Cusco to Ollantaytambo. If that's how you say it. We're here now waiting for the train, and yeah, it was a beautiful ride, but I highly suggest getting some high altitude medicine if you are sensitive. And yeah, we'll check back with you guys in a bit. We made it to Aguas Calientes and we just got some coca leaves to chew on. Apparently it gives you energy and helps with motion sickness, so we'll see how it goes.
That's alright.
What does it taste like?
Leaves. Like tea almost, honestly. Try it.
It tastes like green tea leaves. Kind of a little bitter. So we're just checking out a little bit of Aguas Calientes and calling it an early night since we have to wake up early for Machu Picchu tomorrow. It's the morning of Machu Picchu. We are getting some sandwiches and some water. Before the hike, we had some breakfast, coffee at the hotel, and yeah, we're about to do Machu Picchu. So I highly recommend getting yourself a guide. When you line up for the bus ride in Aguas Calientes, there are many guides that you can hire. We were so lucky that Gilberto found us and offered us a tour. He was great. He knew all of the history and all of the different buildings in the Inca city, and learning about it all while we walked through each level was extremely interesting. It really added to the experience to understand why each part was built and what it was used for. We were originally not planning on hiring a guide, and after having one, I definitely think it's necessary, so I highly, highly recommend it. Made it! So we're in line to get into Machu Picchu right now. The line isn't that long, and it's going by pretty quickly, so pretty happy about that.
How many times you go up here?
Normally one time.
One time.
Once a week. Sir, look that orchid, the yellow color.
Yellow one.
Tucked away in the Andes Mountains northwest of Cusco, Peru, Machu Picchu is believed to have been a royal estate or a sacred religious site built by the Inca Empire. We made it! This is crazy. Absolutely beautiful out here. It's a little foggy, but we have a tour guide and he said that it should clear up within about an hour. We have an hour here in the Inca village, and then we hike up to Huayna Picchu, which is the mountain that appears behind the Inca city in the classic postcard photo of Machu Picchu. It is made up of more than 150 buildings ranging from baths, houses, to temples and sanctuaries. The site stretches over an impressive 5-mile distance, featuring more than 3,000 stone steps that link to many different levels. Machu Picchu has a number of structures that would have enhanced the spiritual significance of the site. One of them, called the Temple of the Sun, has an elliptical design similar to the temple found in Coricancha in Cusco. A rock inside the temple is believed to have served as an altar. During the summer solstice in June, the rising sun shines directly into one of the temple's windows and indicates an alignment between the window, rock, and solstice sun. We're on our way to the Temple of the Sun.
Yes.
That's why in here, the shortest day, June 21st is winter, and December 21st is summer here.
Wow.
See, double doorway.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Double doorway.
So something that I wanted to point out is that if you are planning on doing the hike, when you purchase your tickets to enter Machu Picchu, you do have to select a time frame. And that time frame indicates when you have to be at the starting point of the hike, and you have to check in for your hike. So if you're late, you may not be able to enter. So if your hike is set at 9 a.m., make sure you get to Machu Picchu early enough to explore the Inca City beforehand, because once you exit the Inca City, you will not be able to enter again. You will be able to see a little bit more on the way out, but you won't be able to go back to where you started. So if you did want to go back and take any photos because you missed some, you won't be able to. So make sure that while you are in the Inca City, you take as many photos as you can, but you do, embrace being there and seeing everything with your physical eyes, because you won't be able to go back. So highly recommend getting there very early. We only had about an hour to explore the Inca City, and honestly it felt like it was a little rushed. So if I could go back in time, I would probably get there maybe 2 hours before the hike, depending on which circuit that you choose. So we're making our way to our hike.
Then down.
Yeah, that's
to
where.
the cave.
Yeah.
1 hour and a half down. Then go down to the mountain and connect with this trail to the here.
And that's what we're doing.
No, but normally, no. You will do to the top of Huayna Picchu. Go around to it and come back. Don't. This is. If it's open, it's very high. Very closer to the checkpoint.
Okay.
Huayna Picchu. Then you
Gracias.
thank you. Gracias.
Gracias, goodbye.
Thank you.
Checking in for the hike. Starting the hike, we have to go all the way up this mountain, all the way to the tippy top. We just started the hike, Huayna Picchu, and we got our cocoa leaves here, and we're gonna just eat them.
Oh, wow. It's kind of dry. Not bad though.
Green tea leaves. All right, so this hike is 3 hours total, maybe
2.5.
2.5 hours, 1.5 up, 1.5 down. Let's see how quickly we can do this. Not in any rush, but chewing on these leaves. So crazy here. So our starting time for the hike was between 9 and 10 a.m. and I thought it was a really great time to get there. It was a little bit foggy and overcast, but there really wasn't that many people there. I think that if you were to go any earlier, it would be a lot more foggy. The fog definitely cleared up by the time that we were exiting the Inca City and going up to Huayna Picchu. So I think like 10 o'clock is probably a really great time to get there. But we did go in April, so make sure that you are checking the weather before you do go, just to make sure that you get there and it's like the best optimal view of possible. All right, we made it to the top. Hello, and welcome to Huayna Picchu. This view is incredible. So we're up here at the top and the view is absolutely incredible. So beautiful, it's so green, and the clouds just make it look super epic also. It's probably around 45 to an hour up with minimal stops. So it wasn't too bad. Probably the high altitude sickness medication helped because I didn't feel any issues with breathing or anything like that. But we did do one night here in Aguas Calientes to get acclimated at first. This is 2,667 meters high. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So this windy road is what we took the bus to get up to Machu Picchu, and that's where we were, and we just hiked all the way up here. Chewing these cocoa leaves again at the top. Kind of makes your mouth a little numb. supposed to give you some energy, help with high altitude sickness, and it's supposed to actually curb your appetite so you don't get hungry. I'm not hungry, but I don't know if that's because of the cocoa leaves or because we had big breakfast. What do you think?
Probably cocoa leaves. My mouth is numb too.
Yeah, our mouth is numb. Look at this view.
Oh, look at that, Matt. Yeah, it's almost 12. This is the perfect time to go. There's no clouds, no nothing. Look at that. It's tight, dude.
Dude, what if you're like claustrophobic?
My big ass, how the fuck am I supposed to fit in?
Also to keep in mind during the hike, very similar to the Inca City, is that when you start your descent, you cannot go back up. So if there's something that you wanted to take a photo of, but you were like rushing to the top, don't do that. Make sure you take the photos while you're there because you will not be able to go back.
So we're walking through the Temple of Condor right now. It's at the end of the hike. So you get the view of Machu Picchu here. There's a nice breeze here. There wasn't any wind earlier, so it's a little hot, but it's sad it's coming to an end.
Next step, this short.
Check out this view. This is crazy. So this is at the end of the hike, this beautiful view, and that is the mountain that we just climbed. So that is the Temple of the Sun right there, and then that is the Temple of the Condor. All right, that concludes the vlog. Really sad leaving this place. It's just so gorgeous. Feeling so grateful to be here. It's so just can't even describe it. Jeff's here taking photos of bugs. So nice. Once in a lifetime. Okay, so we just got back down from Machu Picchu and it is pouring rain here. We got so extremely lucky with the rain. It actually said that it was going to rain and thunder on the forecast, but when we got up there, it was super sunny and beautiful. It was a little cloudy, but like so gorgeous. Oh my God, just makes me so much more thankful that everything worked out. The timing was amazing, and seeing the rain here is really cool too.